Did you know that 72% of all small business owners struggle with feeling overwhelmed? And it's no wonder, with the constant pressure to meet the daily demands of being a business owner and trying to balance generating revenue with client fulfillment while even potentially raising a family and trying to do all of this without burning out. It's easy for anyone to fall into a state of overwhelm, but it doesn't have to be that way. Hi, I'm Jessica Yarbrough, top business strategist for coaches and consultants who want to scale an ultra high ticket service business to 7 figures. I've successfully helped my clients go from overwhelmed, exhausted, and bottlenecked at their growth to completely realigning their business strategy to reclaim their time freedom and yes, make a ton more money in the process while enjoying their life. I know what it takes to move from maxed out and overwhelmed to balanced, supported, and a lot more profitable. So if you are ready to get off the struggle bus and become an empowered CEO of your business and your life, pay attention as I dive into how to reduce overwhelm right now. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when each of my new videos drop. So what is overwhelm? Overwhelm is just a feeling of anxiety or stress. And for entrepreneurs, this typically is caused by looking at the laundry list of tasks ahead and feeling like there is no end in sight. It's a feeling of lack, not enough time to do everything that you want to do. And look, we all have lots to do, and we all have the same 24 hours in every day. But the number one cause of overwhelm is a lack of focus and prioritization. And this causes you to worry about the future. Then your mind spirals into a black hole of stress that you will never be able to get all of these things done, and it can paralyze you as the business owner. But look, take a deep breath. First of all, Rome wasn't built in a day. You simply cannot do it all at once. And there is no point in trying to kill yourself to do it. You will hurt your well-being, and the recovery from that will cost much more time than simply being more mindful, more aware of your thoughts, and intentional with your time and focus. Second of all, you will never get it all done because no sooner than you check items off, more will begin to fill up the page. That's the nature of business. Your mindset is really important in how you view what you have to do. So let's talk about the top causes of overwhelm and how to solve them. The number one cause of overwhelm is a lack of focus. I love working with entrepreneurs. They are some of the most passionate and innovative people in the world. They literally are making things improve. They want to make the world a better place. They want to make things easier, better, faster, and I love that energy. But they can also be some of the most easily distracted people I have ever met, especially when it comes to new tactics or ways to do things. They are often so open-minded that they quickly abandon ship from one strategy to the next shiny object. And while new tactics are that, they're shiny and interesting and often with promises of being the next best thing for you to get what you want, they are just that. They're new and they're a distraction. I can tell you countless stories of people who derailed their trajectory for success by jumping ship to implement a new shiny object. And a big part of what I do as a coach or advisor for my clients is not only teach them my system for consistent, scalable success, but also help them to say no to anything that will pull them away from their ultimate vision. Whenever I am considering any strategy for my business or even my clients, I always come back to the quote by Steve Jobs, "With focus and simplicity, you can move mountains." So is the tactic you are considering adding simplicity? Or is it focused, or is it totally a distraction? Which brings me to the next cause of overwhelm, complexity. The more complexity you add to your business, the more parts you have to manage, the stronger your systems need to be, or you will go into overwhelm. There was a time when I had dozens of funnels, tons of courses, and all of this caused a huge amount of stress. One of the best things I ever did to scale my business was to delete all my funnels, pull my courses from the shelves, and start from a blank slate. You see, I had built far too much complexity in my business too fast. I followed all the guru internet marketers, and I put out dozens of products and I made money, but none of it was really a scalable strategy. This is actually when I flipped my model on its head and I took a top-down approach to my marketing, starting with high ticket and later back building the lower end offers. I got so focused on one next level strategy for getting my clients massive results, and I ditched the small wins and started selling huge transformations. The results? Just 6 weeks after launching the one main focused offer and strategy, I generated $250,000. Simplicity is essential to managing overwhelm. I have tons of client stories of entrepreneurs just like me who hired me in a state of overwhelm. They had too many offers, too much complexity, and they were the bottleneck. They could no longer do more to make more. Like my client Michelle, a business coach and strategist for the interior design industry. She had 7 different offers and had tried nearly every shiny object marketing tactic out there. And yet she was still stagnant at that $250,000 to $300,000 mark for 3 years. We transformed her model into one that was focused, simple, and ultra high end. The result? She 4x'd her income, scaling to 7 figures in 1 year. And she did all of this during COVID when everything came to a halt. Her business could have easily collapsed, and instead it exploded. She then repeated those 7-figure results just 9 months later. To read more about the exact steps we took to scale her business quickly to 7 figures, download her 20-page case study. The link is pinned in the comments below. Another common cause of overwhelm in entrepreneurs is this need to constantly launch. So many coaches and consultants are constantly launching new product after new product, which, by the way, are often the same materials just spun in a different way. Launching, this constant push to generate revenue, is exhausting. Not only that, but it burns out your audience because you're constantly selling to them. So even if you have your launch strategy dialed in, like, hello, I used to teach a course on launching, it's still exhausting. And more than that, it doesn't feel good. Once I defined my next level offer and strategy, I didn't launch for years, and I make more than I ever have. And I'm not saying never to launch, because I do believe launching is important, especially when clients come to me to transform their positioning, to move into more of an expert category, or when they're going after a new market and with a new program. Then launching is necessary, and I teach people how to do this effectively. But I've also learned that once you have a focused, simplified, ultra high-end service, and you build expert authority, you don't need to constantly launch. It's something that can truly be done sparingly. A lack of systems is another common cause of overwhelm for entrepreneurs. James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, wrote, "You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems." I can't tell you how many entrepreneurs come to me stuck and overwhelmed who have little to no systems in place. Many are making multiple 6 figures, but that's a combo of great referrals and some luck. There is no predictability, consistency, or scalability to their business. And without the right systems in place, they cannot grow their business. I teach 5 essential systems to scale an ultra high-end coaching or consulting service-based business. The order that entrepreneurs do this is essential to success, as each one built upon one another. I cover these systems and more in my video on brand positioning strategy, Become #1 in your niche. If you are curious about how we scale coaching and consulting companies, you will definitely want to check out that video. The link is pinned in the comments below. Now, in my method, the 4th system we focus on is getting the right systems in place and the right team. This is everything from marketing systems to support visibility for the business owner and generate excitement and demand for services, to sales systems that create expert positioning and make selling 5- and 6-figure deals seem seamless, all the way to client delivery systems to ensure that you have a high-touch experience so that you are set up for success with getting your clients' results. All 3 are necessary to not only generate leads, but close deals and fulfill on your commitments. Many coaches and consultants focus on lead gen systems or acquisition of new clients only, and that's why many of them break when they hit 7 figures. You have to build the entire infrastructure to support scalability, or the business will implode. Another key cause of overwhelm is not having the right support team in place. Now, one of the biggest mistakes that entrepreneurs make is focusing on business support without adding what I call life support. And while you can't add it all at once, it is important to fill the gaps in where it will be most supportive for you. For your business, having someone to support the marketing or lead gen is usually one of the first hires to make. They should help pay for themselves. Next comes a client support person to support delivery and an ops person to manage projects and streamline systems and processes. And these things are all the things we support our clients to do. Of course, generating the cash flow to achieve this first and adding team members strategically to scale is part of the process. But don't also forget about the life support you can put in place. Many of my clients are parents. I personally built my business as a single mom, raising my daughter all on my own. So I fully understand the challenges that come with being a parent and building a business. Making sure that you have dedicated time to work on your business is essential. If you have a partner that can support you, that's wonderful. But you can also invest in childcare to help you as well. This could be someone to babysit to give you a night out. It could be someone who supports you by transporting your kids to and from school, or even watching them for a few hours. Home duties can also eat up a lot of your free time, where you could be either working on your business or relaxing and enjoying life and spending quality time with your family. Things you can outsource include cleaning your house, doing laundry, light tidying, meal prep, or even cooking full meals. You could even outsource running errands. There's so many options. My recommendation is look at your to-do list. What are the things you really don't enjoy doing that you could delegate to someone else? It's surprisingly more inexpensive than you think, especially when you weigh what that person could give you back in terms of time and quality of life. Another common cause of overwhelm for entrepreneurs is not prioritizing your schedule. Look, a lot of entrepreneurs are high achievers, and so they fill every free moment with work activities. They overschedule, and this creates stress, and there is no time to just be, to dream, and these are all essential to drive the business forward. Remember that you cannot pour from an empty cup. And if you don't block off time in your calendar with other things, work will quickly fill it up. It's important to balance your time with things like time to create, time to work out, time to do a quick meditation, and time to have an actual lunch away from your desk. Time blocking is essential because, as we have already discussed, there will always be more to do. Be sure to review your calendar every week and make adjustments, especially if you see that you're already overextended and you're going to be exhausted by the end of the week. Block out time for important activities that are going to refuel you. You can also take control of scheduling client-related activities. I personally have dedicated days where I do client calls. I take every Friday off, and I do not schedule any calls the last week of the month, only except for a few private clients that are just starting out in a high-level program with me. Other than that, the last week of every month is my time to do creative work or even take vacations. Remember that you do not have to be a victim to your schedule. You can create it. This wraps up how to reduce overwhelm. If you like this video, drop a comment below and be sure to check out my other videos sharing powerful business growth strategies. Until next time.